Part 2 of Pilosopo Tasyo, 40m. 4. A tragic and lonely figure. While Tasyo is a figure of wisdom, his life is ultimately tragic. He is misunderstood and lonely, spending his final days isolated in his house, surrounded by books and manuscripts that few people would ever read or comprehend. He represents the suffering of those who think ahead of their time, whose ideas are only appreciated after they have passed. Symbolism of Pilosopo Tasyo enlightenment versus ignorance. Pilosopo Tasyo symbolizes the struggle of enlightenment in a society trapped in ignorance and fear of change. His intellectual pursuits are seen as dangerous by the colonizers and irrelevant by the townspeople. Freedom of thought. He embodies the desire for freedom, not just in political terms, but in the freedom to think, question, and learn. He encourages the younger generation to break free from the mental chains of colonial oppression. Tragic intellectual. Tasyo's isolation reflects the loneliness of those who seek knowledge in a world that is not yet ready for change. His fate is a warning that intellectual freedom often comes at the cost of social acceptance. Conclusion. The legend of Pilosopo. Tasyo is not just the story of one man, but a representation of the broader intellectual struggle in colonial Philippines. Through him, Jose Rizal explores the painful reality of thinkers who challenge the status quo in a society that fears change. Tasyo's wisdom is ahead of his time, and his legacy endures as a symbol of the Filipino desire for knowledge, freedom, and reform. In many ways, Pilosopo Tasyo's character reflects the life of Rizal himself, an intellectual who sought to enlighten his countrymen, despite knowing that his ideas might be misunderstood or rejected by the very society he wanted to improve.